Hi, I'm Corlendos, your SAT tutor for the Algebra unit. You might have heard algebra as something that you'll use for the rest of your life. Yeah, I know that sounds a little exaggerated, or if you've been studying that vocab, hyperbolic, but I promise you it's actually true. Whether you're planning a road trip, making strategic decisions, or working with data, algebra does actually come in handy. Still, it can get tricky, especially when your algebra problem is hiding in a test question made up of words. But never fear, in this lesson we'll go over how to turn word problems into algebraic expressions in order to solve them successfully. Let's start with a quick refresher on signal words.
Signal words are specific terms that let you know what action to take next. For example, the word is signals equals. So 2 plus 3 is 5 means 2 plus 3 equals 5. The phrase equivalent to also means equals. 5 is equivalent to 2 plus 3 translates into 2 plus 3 equals 5.
Now let's go over words that let you know addition is necessary.
Signal words for addition include sum, increased by, more than, and how much greater than. For example, the sentence, the sum of x and y is 6 translates to x plus y equals 6. And the sentence n increased by 5 is 11 becomes n plus 5 equals 11.
Now that we've gone over the signal words for addition and the equal symbol, let's take a look at multiplication and subtraction. Words and phrases that let you know that you need to multiply are product, of, and how many times.
So the sentence, the product of x and y is 20, translates into x times y equals 20. And the sentence 1/2 of n is 50 becomes 1/2 times n equals 50.
Some words that signal subtraction are
difference, decreased by, differ by, less than, and subtracted from. For example, the difference between x and y is 12 becomes x minus y equals 12. And the sentence n decreased by 5 is 20 becomes n minus 5 equals 20.
You see how paying attention to signal words helps you turn a question into an equation? There are 2 more sets of signal words to go over with you before we go through a problem together.
When you see the phrase a certain number, we can use a variable. The sentence, when 3 times a certain number is increased by 4, the result is 6, can be rewritten as the equation 3x plus 4 equals 6.
Finally, let's go over the signal words for fractions and ratios.
They include each, per, for every, and is what fraction of. For example, if we see the phrase is what fraction of, we can rewrite this using the expression is over of. Just remember that the number or variable that goes with is always the numerator, and the number or variable that goes with of is always the denominator.
Now we're ready to apply this knowledge to an SAT problem. And since we've just reviewed all of this information together, let's make this a pause and solve. So grab a piece of paper and a pencil, we'll look at the problem together, and when I say pause, you'll stop the lesson, work out the problem, then restart so we can go through it together.
If x equals 3 and y equals 4, x is what fraction of y?
All right, here's your chance to apply your knowledge. Ready, set, pause. How was that? Were you able to find the key terms we went over earlier? Let's solve this problem together and compare methods. The first part of our problem is x equals 3 and y equals 4. Then we have x is what fraction of y. Let's look at what we know. Since the is placed with x, the x is the numerator, and since of is with y, the y is the denominator. The sentence translates into x over y, or 3/4. So that's our answer. And since this problem doesn't have any answer choices provided, you know that you'll need to fill in the grid in as 3/4. We learned a lot in this video, so feel free to rewatch any part of it as needed. But most of all, remember that accurately turning words into equations takes you halfway to the solution. So now make sure you solve some of the many practice problems available throughout this course.